or not. My friend Carol might come on. I sent her a message. So, hello everyone. Welcome. How are ya? Who's who's here? We have one person. Y'all welcome in. I have my friend Lisa from the UK here today. Yeah, but anyway, I thought we'd talk about whatever and whenever and dreams, you know.
We
But I
all have
had a
strange dreams, Roxy.
yeah, it's kind of weird. I was like trying to get back. Hey, Rudy. Rudy, it's not Christmas time. And yes, I can sing Away in a Manger. Ask me at Christmas time and we'll do a Christmas singing. But then I'll get a copy strike, so no. But it was a weird dream. I'll tell the dream in a minute when more people come in. I go over the dream with others. But this weekend I had a wonderful time. I went to Helen, Georgia to a meet and greet, and it was wonderful. I met lots of new friends I've been talking to on the internet. We all met. So, yeah. Hey, Misha. Yeah, the link is pinned in the chat room. If anybody wants to come up. So, but it was a fun weekend. We had lots of friends I had not seen before. Well, I've not seen any of them before except online. But it was fun meeting them all. Rudy, I will sing something after I get through my talk, okay? So, anyway, what did y'all do this weekend? Anybody do anything wonderful? What'd you do,
Not
Lisa?
wonderful. I wasn't very well. I've had a cold.
Oh my.
Cold and a sore nose.
Oh, you've had such a runny, sneezy nose that you made sores.
Yeah, that's it.
Not good. But at least you're getting on the mend. You're getting better.
Yeah. Keep putting the cream on it.
Yeah. So,
Well, it's been busy.
yeah.
Will's quite busy though. I have been doing some chakra boards. Painting chakra boards.
What are chakra boards?
Yeah, chakra boards. You know, with the bright colours on of the chakras for when we're meditating. You missed class last night?
Yeah, I forgot all about it. I wish there was a way
You'll have
to.
to make sure you come next week.
All right, you can tell me about it off camera later. What you did.
Yeah, I've
But
been doing them.
yeah,
And
but
we've
I
got our
had.
circle on Sunday.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, be ready for my dreams at 12:30. Yes, it is 12:30, and I started my live. It reminded me to do a live. I guess it's going live on Facebook. I don't know if anyone's there listening, but y'all have.
Joe will watch it after.
Oh, Joe's probably gonna show up any minute now. He likes to come on. So, but I had a dream last night, and I don't know what this dream means. Don't know. But in my dream, I had a friend from. I had friends who were at a place I was at. It looked like a condo. Oh, my chat's gone away. There they are. Anyway, I was in a condo like setting. Might have been a hotel. Looked like a condo. Could have been my house, and I just not realized it. But in this dream, my friend from one of the friends from the UK was over there. Her name is Jan. And then I had another friend named Justin I know from way back. from Minecraft. Then I had my friend Lisa, or a Lisa, it looked like her, wasn't exactly sure, and another lady named Kim. And in the dream, Jan was there, and she was sitting on a chair, and I said, "Where's Nash?" And she said, and then I said, "Oh, I remember you telling me that Nash is gone." I said, "Is Nash dead, or is you broke up?" She said, none of the above, kind of thing, that Nash was still there. So I guess she just meant that Nash couldn't come with her. So, and then Lisa was there, but she was in the guest bedroom getting her clothes unpacked and all. And then Kim was staying in another room with someone else, and I don't know who the other person was. There was someone else there, but I don't know who it was. And it was just kind of weird. But then the next thing I knew, I saw James, my husband who's passed away, and he was sitting there in the dream in a chair outside, and there was a bunch of my stuff out there, boxes. And I looked down and I said, "Where's my game?" I had like a game that you put in and play in your computer. And he said, "I gave it to Justin." I said, "Justin, you gave him?" I said, "Why are you giving my stuff away?" And he said that you don't need it. I said, "Yes, I do." I said, I'm not throwing all this stuff away that's out on the porch. I said, "I'm getting the house redone." And I said, "Leave my stuff alone." And I grabbed him by the neck and I said, whispered in his ear, I said, "Leave my stuff alone. It's not yours." I said, "If you touch my stuff again, I'm gonna hurt you like you used to hurt me." And he said, "Yes, ma'am." And I told him again to leave it alone, that I'm just redoing the house. And he said, "Okay." He said, "Love you, bye." And he left. Well, then I saw Justin and I went down the grass and over to the next yard and I said, "Justin, give me my game. It wasn't for sale." He said, "Oh, it wasn't for giveaway." I said, "No, give it to me." So he gave it back. So
I wonder
and
if it
then
was a premonition, Rox.
I don't know if it was a premonition
But
or what it was.
when you have your house remodelled, to make sure that if you do put stuff out the front, to watch it, because somebody will come and half inch it, take it, rob it.
Yeah, I've already got stuff out there now, but if they took it, I wouldn't care because it's. But when I get the rest of my house moved, I think I'm gonna have to move stuff from one room, work on it, move
Mm.
it back, and switch rooms.
It might be worth having a skip proxy, and anything you don't want, like the stuff that's on your front already, just put it in a skip, get rid of it, have a fresh clean slate and a fresh clean start.
Yeah, some of the clothes that are out there were too big, and I saw a video where you could take your pants and they did a stitch by hand, and when you done, you didn't know, you couldn't see it, and they had taken up the pants, and I said, I don't want to really get rid of them. Maybe I can sew them, but they're still out there.
Either that or donate them to the charity.
Yeah, I mean, even though some of them were newer pants, I'm kind of thinking, do I fix them? Do I throw them away? I
The
don't know.
thing is, though, you can't keep everything, can you? And you want the house perfect when you get back, don't you? You want everything in its place and no mess and clutter.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was there trying to tell me to clean up.
Oh, I
You
bet
know.
it was. Tidy house, tidy mind. That's what they say, Rox.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it was just kind of weird.
yeah. Because I wondered, because if you keep it all cluttered, if you ever become ill and you can't walk properly or whatever, you'll end up tripping over everything. So I wonder if that was that you'd hurt yourself.
It could be, but my husband was the kind in the last couple, more than a couple, 3 years. If it was in his way, It went out the door. He threw away things that probably were worth some money, but you can't do anything about it now. It's 20 feet under at the dump.
That's it.
You can't go back. You can't, but you can restart and get
That's
it
it.
again.
That's it. Only throw away what you're prepared to throw away. But make it so that you haven't got so much clutter. I bet there's loads of his stuff still there, isn't there?
Rudy, you got to show your face before I let you up. You know that. Because are you the real Rudy? I don't see anything but your ceiling fan, Rudy. Pull your camera down, Rudy. This is my artistic friend. Rudy, I can't put you backstage until I see your face. I see darkness. And is that you, Rudy? I don't see nothing but your eyes. Okay, Rudy. This better be Rudy. If not, we're going to have to start this over. Oh, that's Rudy. I couldn't see anything.
No, it's just that I don't want my parents to know that I'm on YouTube because I don't usually show my face on YouTube.
I know, but I have to see it for a second. You know that because we've had some bad people show their bad parts of their bodies.
Oh, okay. How are you doing, Lisa?
I'm
I've been
okay.
I've been wanting to challenge with the 100 questions.
Oh yeah, he likes for you to count 1 to 100, and Rudy likes for you to answer 100 questions for him.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's the reason why because not unhappy, but because I was unhappy with the
right. But
and I
100
was like,
questions is too many to answer.
yeah,
It'd take you too long to answer 100 questions.
Yeah. So
10
yeah,
questions I
but
can
I
cope
wanted,
with, 100's too many.
but it's just that I wanted you to know if you could, do you know how to count or copy and paste?
yeah.
Otherwise, how does Roxy knows how to type in the number
Hey
50 or
Jeremy and Cheryl
something like that?
Cruz Adventures. We were just talking about a dream that I had last night. My husband was in it who passed away, and my friend Lisa was in
And
it, a friend named Jan, and Justin, and a friend named Justin. That I was just, it was a weird dream. I was trying to, they had all come over from their different countries that they live in. And one of the friends couldn't make it. Jan's friend couldn't come with her. And then my husband was outside getting rid of a bunch of my stuff. And I got mad at him and told him to leave it alone, that I would hurt him like he used to hurt me. I said, this is not your stuff. He was giving away my games. And
oh man, just
it
like
was
I
just
want to hurt
weird.
you.
It was just weird. Hey, Michael Ann. It was just a weird dream. But I know that this spring I'm going to get my house under control. I'm going to get my new floors, my new bathroom, new kitchen. And I don't know if he was telling me that I just needed to get rid of more stuff, or it was telling me that someone's going to come take some stuff, off the porch. So I'm not going to put anything on the porch. It's going to go into one big old room, and then we'll fix clean out one room at a time and put it back in that room, and then clean out another room, put it back in that room. So you want to come up, Michael Ann? I put the link in the chat room already. So bye, Rudy. Rudy's smiling. artistic, how do you say, autism friend.
Yeah.
And he will, at Christmas time, he wanted to ask me, he wanted me to write 1 to 100 in the chat room. So,
Madness.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to have to go. I've got a roast beef dinner waiting for me.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is. It is.
I'm
Speak to you
gonna cook
later.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook something with noodles. Not exactly sure what, but that's what I've
All
got.
right then. Speak to you later.
All right, bye, Lisa. Thanks for coming. But hey, Michael, anybody else want to come up? We were talking about the wonderful weekend in Helen too. That now that I've had my first adventure, well, it's not my first adventure since my husband died. I went to a meet and greet last March, and it was I left on the 13th and came back on the 13, 14, 15, 16. I was gone 4 days with the neighbor that I'm not going anywhere with anymore. We went off to Otter Creek, Florida. And it was with a guy who, I don't know if y'all watch him or not. It was What the Hell's, HALES. Rudy, your device is not connected. And so I went to that one. And then I went to see my daughter last summer in Florida for my grandson's birthday. Went back Christmas. But all my big stuff is coming up right now. Thanks, Rudy. All my big things I'm going to do this summer is coming up. So it's going to be a fun summer. A fun autumn and summer. Like this summer, 20 minutes from my house is Six Flags, and I got a good deal on the pass. A friend of mine helped pay for my pass. And so we're going to go do the Six Flags some this summer. It's going to be fun. So anybody want to come up and talk about anything? I'm just sitting here being odd. Got a $45 bill. Never heard of a $45 bill. I've heard of $5 bills and $2 bills, $1 bills, but not a $45 bill, Rudy. Or you got $45. But I don't know if anybody has a dream they want to talk about or anything that's odd going on in their life, come on up or type it in the chat room. Yeah. Rudy, why do you want me to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb? You want to do a video with me? You can do that later. But it's just been weird. Oh, I could see my husband sitting right there in that chair, looking down at the box. And then when I found my friend Justin, he gave me the game back and he said, I'm sorry. I'll ask next time. You know, I'll find you next time. So it was just weird. You know, and I was in a different place that, like, the building was different, but the outside was my porch, but the inside was a completely different building. Maybe I was seeing my new layout of my stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But I've got, hopefully, knock on wood. Hey, Rudy, welcome back. That things were going to get straight this spring. So, there were a lot of married couples, single couples, single couple, single people at the meetup, all kinds, from all over. There were 20 different states represented at the meet and greet this weekend. And we had spaghetti eyes. Who was there and had spaghetti eyes? I had spaghetti ice, but I had it with chocolate sauce instead of strawberry sauce. So I had, like, I guess you call it mole. So anyway, see you later, Rudy. I've got to let you go. I got another friend coming up.
Hello. I'm gonna type in the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down. Okay.
All right.
All right. But it was fun. Yeah, I got up about, I overslept this morning. I didn't get up till about 11:30, 11:29, I think is what my clock said when I got up. I said, oops. So I got up, turned on Darian's channel, Moment in the Word, and listened to that. I wasn't that late. He hadn't been started long. He starts at 11, but by the time he gets to the actual Moment in the Word part of it, I was right on time. So anyway, it was a fun weekend. We also, I shopped at the candy store. It was delicious. Oh, Rudy's giving me some questions to answer. Do you have a pet? Yes, I do. Are you in a relationship? No, but maybe one day. Gotta send me somebody. And do I drink alcohol? I drink a little bit of wine with orange juice and Sprite or ginger ale. Do I like hot dogs or hamburgers? I like them both. Hey, Lisa D. Have a great day, Misha. Michael and Cameron. There you go. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. I am very good.
That's
The
good.
weekend was fantastic.
That looked like you guys were having a great time.
Yeah, I did several videos and a couple, 3 lives.
Kind of jealous. Like there's some of those people I haven't seen for a while, and there's a few that I wanted to meet.
Yeah. There was only thing I didn't like about the weekend, and there's nothing we could have really done about it, was the dinner was great at the restaurant, but the room wasn't big enough to hold everybody in one big old room. So you were in a divided room, but it had a window, in a divided wall. But if you were in the back room, you couldn't hear anything going on in the front room.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward. And Darian's microphone, it was running on batteries, stopped working. Then it would work, then it would stop working. He said if he'd had a good microphone, everybody would have heard him. But a lot of people back there, they did their own thing, we did ours. So, but he said that Hoffer House is the biggest biggest restaurant there.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I suggested that I know it's a tradition that you go there and you've met Heidi, the lady that's worked there since they started. But the thing is, anyway. But I suggested, why don't we rent one of the buildings that where they do the Oktoberfest, and we just have a catered dinner, and you just go get what you want. Everybody pays a certain amount because if you're gonna pay $40, I paid 20 at my meal, but some of them were paying up to $40 for a meal. So if you're gonna pay $20 to $40 for a meal, you can pay that much for a catered meal.
Yep.
And it was fun. But he's also going to check into the cabins where we had a church by the river. It was at a place that had cabins for rent. He's going to check into that for next year. Because the hotel room we were in was a doggy friendly hotel. But my cousin's little boy, grandson, took his shoes off. Within just walking from the bathroom back to the bed, his feet were so black nasty.
Ew.
Yeah, the floors were sticky in my room because we didn't have carpet. Some of the rooms had carpet. The ones with carpet were not for dogs. But Darian's mother's bathroom, she said, was so sticky. I mean, but other than that, it was a nice hotel. And we didn't have, a lot of them had coffee in their room. We didn't even have any coffee in our room. We had the coffee pot, but no coffee. There were 3 different kind of coffee machines, 2 kinds. The Keurig kind and the regular hotel kind you see. So I said, well, we don't drink coffee anyway. None of us in my room. So it didn't matter. But, if you're going to put a coffee machine in there, you're going to give you coffee, or it was a coffee. And the floors were sticky. Yeah.
Not good, but
No.
yeah, if you're going to have coffee, have it the same in all the rooms, not some this, some that, some none.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just different.
Yeah, you'd like a clean room, not a sticky floor, but then on the
Right.
other hand, the hotel's only there for you to sleep. You want to be out meeting people and doing stuff, so.
Well, the hotel was in a great place. You walked out front of the hotel and went not even a block, and you were in about a block, and you were in the downtown. It was already all connected to the downtown area. Now, if he changed it and everybody went and stayed in the cabins, you're a little further from the downtown area, but you're closer to the Hoffer house where they have the dinner. So, and I walked all the way to the breakfast place we ate at the first day, and boy, was I out of breath because it was at the other end of the strip. So, from then on, I hitched a ride the next day.
I would have too.
Because my cousin, she went to some of the stuff we did. They went and had ice cream. We had spaghetti ice, but I got it with chocolate sauce. But I had stomach troubles the next day, so I don't know if it was a hamburger we ate at Big Daddy's or the chocolate sauce. Because the ice cream, I don't think would have hurt me. I think it would have been the Ghirardelli chocolate sauce. Because American chocolate stuff doesn't like me. So I don't know. But the ice cream was really good.
That's good. Someday, hopefully,
And,
get the ice.
yeah, and the strawberry sauce was, I think, Smucker's strawberry sauce, like so. But Darian said the only difference in the American and what we get in German is fresh strawberries, And they don't put preservatives and stuff in their products in Germany like they do in America. So I imagine it would be a lot better. But the ice cream was good. They make it there. Wasn't stuff, they had, you could tell they made it there because they had these big old, almost see-through tubs, with no logo of who made the ice cream. So I'm sure they made it there. But we had fun. The chocolate I went and got fudge at one of the shops. Chocolate covered graham crackers.
Yeah,
It was good. Yeah.
I like chocolate covered graham crackers. I've used those for making s'mores before instead of putting the chocolate bar in because you already got the chocolate on the graham cracker.
Yeah. Those are good.
Yep. Anything chocolate covered is good, pretty much, except for bugs.
Yeah. But I got up late this morning and time to watch Darian. He was already started, but I got there right as he was starting the topic. And so I said, well, I didn't really miss anything. But then I had that weird dream with James in it. I guess you were hearing me talk about it. It was
I've
just,
heard some of that, yeah.
yeah, I don't know what it meant. You know, it's just weird. Unless he was trying to tell me to, you know, get rid of more stuff. But I said, it's not for giveaway. It's just put it out here so I can get my house done. But there's probably, everybody probably has a closet or a corner that, like, have I used that in a year? Have I used that in 2 years? You know, why am I keeping it?
Yeah, I was putting some laundry away yesterday and I'm looking in my closet going, yeah, I haven't worn that outfit in years, or that one. And I think I said to myself last summer, if I didn't wear it this year, then it was to go. So, but I look, there's one outfit, it's a summer one, and it's like, well, with me losing weight, it's going to look like a sack on me. So I might as well just get rid of it.
Right. That's me. And I have clothes that I had bagged up that were too big for me because I lost weight. But then I saw about a month ago online where you could take, I'd have to find the video again, hand sew the back of the pants and you don't have to throw away the pants. But I said, do I really want to take the time when I don't really sew to fix my clothes?
No.
I mean, I only wore them 2 or 3 times. They were brand new, and I probably spent $15 a piece on the pants, which were the regular $45. But still, do I want to? I think I just want to keep buying new and get rid of the old.
I know I've done that. Oh, I'll just do this, or I'll just fix that, or I'll just change that. I have a top, and the straps are too loose, so I fixed the straps, and then then I put the weight back on. And it's like, do I keep it or do I? But I'm losing weight again, so maybe I'll try it on this summer. If it looks
Right.
okay, I'll keep it and maybe get a pair of pants to go with it for the cruise. Or if it doesn't look good, then it goes because it's been years I've had it and I don't think I've worn it.
I know you buy these clothes, you buy an outfit, and you say, "Oh, it's my favorite," and then you get stains on it, and you still wear it, or it gets too little, and you still wear it, or it's too big, you know. And I'm thinking my dream kind of was like to, even though I'm gonna be have in the dream there were friends that came over. It was Jan and a guy named Justin and a Lisa and a Kim, and these are all friends that I've met on the internet. You know, and James was giving away my stuff, and I guess he was trying to tell me if I want a new life, I got to get rid of stuff. You know, I don't know. I got to clean up my act better. So I don't know. I bought a new bed frame while I was down here at Donna's. It's just you know, the platform beds. I just
Yep.
bought that. They're about $200 just for the frame. No headboard, no nothing. Well, we were at this thrift store that they have down here, brand new in the box. It was $69, and they had so much off that I think I got $10 off of it that day. So it's sitting out here in her shop in her building till I go home. Then I'm gonna get a new mattress, take down my queen size, king size, and go to a queen. And it's going to be low enough where I won't need to buy one mattress because it's made for one mattress. So that's the start. But the bed frame I have is old. Someone said, don't just donate it. Try, put it on Facebook Marketplace if the family don't want it. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that I don't like it. I want a new start, new me. His parents
Yep.
use that bedroom suit. And then James and I use that bedroom suit. I think it's time, even though it's not a bad bedroom suit, the dresser he had was taller than I was, so I can't even see in the top drawer to use it. So I want something different. I kind of I want a small little dresser, not a big one, with a mirror. And then I want like a wardrobe, a couple of, tall enough you open the whole door and the shelf that I can reach and put clothes in. Not necessarily hang them up because I do have a little closet. Unless I get my cousin to redo my closet.
That makes sense. Just like freshen things up and make them workable for you rather than try to work with what you got.
Yeah. Hey, the chairman, long time no see. You hadn't been around in a while. Yeah, make it work for me. I don't want to make it little people excessively. I want to make it where if I decide to leave any of this stuff behind, that people can still use it, But I want to make it like if I get me a kitchen with a counter island, I don't want my on the island. I don't want you see a lot of them with their cooktops on the island. I don't want that kind of island. I want the island where I just have space to put my laptop to do my cooking, and the stove is beside me, separate. But I don't want it so short that normal person couldn't use it. I want to,
Yep.
I want things made for me, kind of instead of, I said, like you say, refresh, start over, new. And they make shorter dressers. And this is a tall dresser my husband used. He got the dresser, and he got the tall, what do you call them? Is they called chest? Oh, anyway, the long, square,
Yeah.
tall thing. And I had the rectangle piece. So, but it's time to pass it on to another family member if they want it, or to sell it.
I still have my parents' bedroom set, except for the bed. The bed frame broke, but I still have the two nightstands. I have the dresser, the long, low dresser, and my son has the tall one. And then there was a mirror to the long one I got, but they've got it turned on its end in their room for like a full length mirror because the girlfriend wanted a full length mirror that she could see when she got dressed up, and that's like, well, I'm not using it.
Yeah, if you can repurpose it to another family member, that's great. So I'll see if anybody. Well, I want to ask your sister, because she'll probably say, "Well, can I have it? This and this and this and this?" No,
No, I said this. That's it.
that's it. If you want it, that's it. Yeah. Like I have an Aunt Jemima cookie jar. Well, that cookie jar will stay right where it's at until the day I actually leave that house because it's cracked. It's made out of that soapstone stuff, and you pick it up and move it, it's gonna break in your hands. Both of his my husband's brother and sister, when his mother passed away and we got the house, they both said on her deathbed, "Can we have the cookie jar?" Because Aunt Jemima is made by McCoy, if you know what that pieces
Mm-hmm.
are. It's for some money. Well, it's not now because it's got the big old crack in the. If you open the jar and look down, it's got lots of little cracks and it's about ready to fall apart. So, if I want to give something to the family, you take this or leave it because, like I've got the dining room table. It's big, long, but I said, I want to get rid of it, but I like the cabinet that the dishes are sitting in, the china that it was his grandmother's china sitting in it. I said, I know what I can do with a table. I can take the leaf out in the middle and I'll have a small table. If the table will come apart. It's supposed to pull out, but it hadn't been pulled out in probably 40 years. But if I can take that apart, put a tablecloth over it, there's nothing wrong with the table except the color is really dark. It's a dark, dark, dark brown, really dark. It's not my favorite color, but I like the piece, you know. So I'll take the leaf out and put a tablecloth over it. You won't see anything but the china cabinet. So I could get rid of the china cabinet. Then where am I going to put all my china?
It's
Someone
like,
said paint it.
I've got my great aunt's. Oh, I had the whole dining set. It was a china cabinet, a buffet, and there was a table that had leaves on the end that pulled out and come up, and 6 chairs. Well, the chairs got really rickety and were falling apart, so I got rid of those. And then I was having issues with the table and stuff, so I got rid of the table. But I still got the buffet and the china cabinet. But they're in my laundry room because I got nowhere else to put them here. But my china's in the china cabinet. Like if I want to go downstairs and use my china, I got to go to the laundry room and move a couple things out of the way to get to the china cabinet. But then it's like my mom's and my grandmother's and my great aunts, you know, they got their glasses, and there was some other little sets in there, and it's like, I don't want to get rid of this, but
yeah, I know this china set was in the house when we took it over, and when I was dating my husband, and we started dating in '79, it was in the house. So I'm sure it probably moved in the house with them or bought since 1963. And so someone said, well, just paint it. Well, if I took something that's 1963 years old, it's called an antique. Or it could be older than that. I don't know. You know, I'd have to, I'm going to Google Lens it and see what it comes up with. And if Google Lens shows me that it's worth some money, then I won't touch it. If it doesn't, if it says it's just a normal, you know, a couple $100 price, I'll probably paint it. But if it says it's more than that, no.
I haven't touched the china cabinet or the buffet other than the one time we were moving the china cabinet. It was empty when I was moving it, and it tipped a bit against something else and broke one of the panes of glass, and I replaced the pane of glass in it. But other than that, and it's the dark, 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 dark brown.
Yeah.
But
so I'm going to do some research on it. If it can be repainted, I will put that stuff on there that will let you repaint over it, and it'll get a new makeover. If not, it will stay as is, depending on what the price they want for it, what the market says it's worth. Yeah. But anyway, my day's coming when the house is going to get done soon, this spring. And my nephew never signed the papers over to me to put the house in my name. So when I get back, I'm calling the lawyer and I saw him get my nephew's address. I'm sending him a nice little letter. I may have someone, my lawyer said she wouldn't send him a letter. I want to send him a letter and say, look, I had to pay 2 years in a row extra taxes because of you, and you owe me X amount of dollars. They say I owe 3/4 of the house, and he owns 1/4 of the house. So I'm going to go figure out what the 1/4 of the price would be, and I'm sending him a bill. I keep sending him I'm going to send it through registered mail where he has to sign for it, or where someone has to be there and give it to him. Or someone told me that you can send a notary out there, and they'll with the paperwork that you want. And if I could use someone that was a notary that would go take it to him, he'd have to sign the paperwork for my house right away. But it's too late now. I got to have it done by April 1st, so I can do homestead exemption in the United States. And it's probably going to take a couple of weeks in the court to get it back. So it needed to be in there, last week probably. Or the week before. So And my lawyer wanted to go ahead and put it in mine and his name. I said, no, you're not. You know, I'm going to get it done one way or the other. So I'll get some. I'll find some way to get him a letter to him that's legal, saying you're going to owe me X amount of dollars, or sign the papers. You sign the papers, and I'll drop. You don't have to pay me. You don't sign the
Yeah.
papers, then you're gonna have to start paying me.
Pay up or sign.
Yep, sign. Pay up or sign, and I'm gonna start having the house redone. I'm gonna charge you for part of the material, whatever I buy. What's in your bill? And he don't have the money, so I think he'll end up signing the papers. Just because you don't like your aunt, don't do me dirty when he's doing that. So my other nephew, he signed, and my sister-in-law signed the papers. So the house will be mine. People want to know, why the house yours? Well, when my mother and father-in-law died, and we got the house in 92, she got the house in 89. She didn't put the house in her name through the courts. She didn't have to go and do that. And my lawyer, I said, we came to you in 92 when she sold us the house for X amount of dollars. We came to you and did all the paperwork. He said, well, y'all didn't ask me to see if it was in her name. I said, you should have checked. And he didn't. So now I've got to go through all this, go back and back generations to get it in my name.
Yeah, if he's going to do that stuff, he should have made to the title search to make sure it was actually in her name.
Yep. And I don't know why he didn't do that. He said, y'all just came to me, to legally to put the house in your name. We had to pay him some money, well, her some money to make it legal. She was just going to give it to us. And he said, so there wouldn't be any problem down the road. You pay a certain amount of money and the house is yours. And I said, okay, we'll do that, because it wasn't less than $100 we had to pay her. But we still, when my mother-in-law died, my sister-in-law took it out of the will. So if she did it like we inherited it, we'd already paid for it. I had the paperwork, still do, saying that we paid for the house. So, but that was my sister-in-law. She wanted more money for her. Yeah, but if it wasn't for her, my mother-in-law would not had any money, because I know if you go to church and you believe in tithing to the church, my mother-in-law did. But we saw her my sister-in-law, when she got a hold of her checkbook, and bills, she was tithing about $2,000 a month to the church.
Wow.
Yeah. And so if it wasn't for my sister-in-law taking over, there wouldn't have been any money. That got, you can tithe, and if you have $2,000 to tithe every month, go right ahead. My mother-in-law had it, but didn't have it. She was just, yeah.
Well, I always heard a certain percent of your income, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you have, maybe a special tithe at Christmas or Easter or whatever that you want to give a little bit more.
Yeah, but she was giving a lot more than we think. My sister-in-law said, she said $200 a month would have been fine, but $2,000, no. But they were trying to they had rebuilt. They had moved from one. They broke off from one church and made their church, and they were needing things for the church at the time. And my mother-in-law was just like, "I'll help, I'll help, I'll help," but you can only help so much. And so, back to getting the house in my name, my sister-in-law finally gave in, and I'm going to get the house in my name, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take another year. Unless a miracle happens today, I will tell my lawyer, you get that in my name, and I've got the paper in my suitcase where I can get online and I'll do my homestead exemption online. I won't have to be back in Douglasville to do it. But I'm going back to Douglasville on Saturday. I found a car that I like, and I haven't texted the guy today to see if he's still got it. But if he's still got it, I'm going to pay for it. My friend Michael sent me a letter, email the other day saying, I found this car, 2007. $2,500 something. I said, okay. Then I looked at the mileage. It was like the one car I'm looking at is like 98,000. This was 170 something odd numbers, you know. I said, I'm not buying a car that's almost 20,000 mileage. You know, I told him too old of a car and too high of a mileage. Start again. But I know he wants me to have money left over from the wreck of my car. But sometimes you buy too cheaply and it's too old of a car, you're going to pay for it down the road.
Yep. There'll be money in repairs left and right.
Yeah, because I had to put money into the last one I bought. I had to put in a couple thousand into the last one I bought for him to. He changed all the oil and spark plugs and other things, and that's maintenance routine. But still, this car that I found, the guy said that the oil's been changed, new tires, and there's 80% left on the brakes and something else. Whatever. I can't remember what the other one was. But anyway, I said, okay, I don't need brakes. I don't need tires. I don't need oil. You know, so if he's got the car, I'm going to try to get that one when I go back to Douglasville because it's in a little town, probably 15 minutes from my house, 20. I don't want anything to go. Huh?
I hope that works out good for you.
I do too. And some people he wanted to know, Michael, why I didn't want anything that old. I said, because I don't, you know. This is a 2014 I'm looking at.
Something that's 10 years old rather than 17 years old.
Yeah. I don't want an antique. I want something newer. Now, I saw one yesterday and I called to check on it and they'd sold it before they could take it offline. But it had a rear view backup camera on it and everything. But it was already sold. I said, oh, well, it went fast. But the one I'm getting doesn't have the GPS or the rear view. So I'd have to use my cell phone. Or I could get my mechanic, Michael, to put one in, you know. I don't know. They run about $200 to $300. And then it would cost me his labor. So I don't know if it's worth it or not, or just use my cell phone.
I have I've never used the GPS on my cell phone. I have a Garmin GPS that I got years ago. It's going to need to be updated again, but.
Does it plug into your aunt's car?
Yeah, I've plugged into mine. I haven't tried it on hers.
Oh, okay.
I need to plug it into my computer and do updates on it, but I'm not going anywhere right now, so there's no sense updating it yet.
I used to have one of those. I don't even know if they still sell them.
I don't know. I bought mine at Walmart. I haven't looked at for any because I have one already, but
right.
I know my kids use the GPS on their phones. Got one side poking this morning. Doesn't want to stay down.
Oh. Yeah.
I used the crazy glue and fixed my glasses from last week.
Oh. Did it work? Staying?
So far, so good, because it was broken right in front of the hinge there.
Yeah.
And I kind of stuck it before I tried gluing it. I sat it there and it's like, well, it goes back together. It was, I shoved it there. It was like, well, it'd stay on there. Well, yesterday morning when I was wide awake enough, I thought, well, I'm gonna try a couple drops of crazy glue, and I held it there for a bit and stayed on. So far, so good.
That's great. Until you can get to new glasses, that's great.
Till I can get to the eye doctor, because I need to have an eye exam, because it's been 6 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
6 years, 7 years.
I've been averaging about every 2 years I go. They say you should go every year. I can't afford a pair of glasses. I can, but I don't want to afford a pair of glasses every year. So, about every 2 years, unless I really mess these up. No.
Well, I know my youngest hasn't been to the eye doctor since he was probably 16, and he just turned 26, so he needs to go, because the glasses he uses are from when he was in grade 10, and those broken his, and his had like a wire frame up here, and then it was almost like a fishing line that held the lens in, and
Yeah.
that broke, and he crazy glued his to fix it. But yeah, he needs to have a eye exam. But ours was covered by our provincial health insurance,
Yeah.
but then they changed it probably 20 to 30 years ago that no, it's covered up until you turn 18, and then you're not covered until you turn 65.
Right.
Well, I'm not waiting another almost 5 years for glasses.
I don't blame you.
And he doesn't have benefits at work, which that's kind of sucks though.
Yeah.
And my oldest, I
don't
don't know when the last time my oldest had an eye exam. Other than in Emerge a few years ago when he was practicing with a couple LARP buddies, and got hit in the eye with the sword, the foam sword, and kind of scratched his cornea a bit. But I suppose the last time his eyes probably got looked at. And I think he has benefits, so should go every. They were covered eye exams every year or every 2 years, up until 18, and then after 65. Which is kind
Yeah,
of dumb.
we had insurance through my husband's company one time, and one year you got a free eye exam, and one year you got the free glasses. I said, why can't they put them in the same year? It wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. So we dropped it.
I did check the place out at the mall, and there, for the price of half of what I paid for these glasses, I can get 2 pair out of the mall, that place at the mall. I said, well,
Right.
will you accept my eye doctor's prescription? Because I'd rather go to my eye doctor, who I've been with for over 20 years. She knows my eye history, kind of thing. She, oh yeah, just bring your prescription. But one thing I learned, and I didn't know, that on the inside of the one arm, it has the prescription written on there. I didn't know that was there. Huh. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll hold that piece of hair down. But I do know mine, because I use a pair of reading glasses from the dollar store. If I need to fix, like when I was fixing these, I put the other pair on. I think they're upstairs now, so I could see and they're a little stronger than this. And it's like, yeah, I think I need new glasses.
Yeah. My husband used the last year when he broke his glasses, he had to get some about 3 years ago. The doctor said, go to the dollar store until these come in. So we went down and got a pair at the dollar store. He said, I can use these just as good as my expensive ones I'm getting. But he had bifocals. But he said, I'm not working on an airplane anymore, so I don't know if I need the bifocals.
Yeah, I fixed, these are bifocals. But it's like I fixed these, and then it was like I cleaned them before I put them back on. I put them on. I was like, wow.
Yeah, mine are bifocals.
Just being a little off because I only had the one arm working. It was like made a difference. But and I had a couple other concerns about my vision. It's kind of seeing halos around lights and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that's something new in the last year or so. So I'd rather go back to my eye doctor and say, hey, something to be concerned about now?
Well, my doctor told me several years ago that I had the beginnings of cataract. Knock on wood, when I went back last year, he said that they hadn't changed in several years. So
that's good.
That's good. He said, I don't need anything done with them. So I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping that there's, that little dot is still there and I don't have to have surgery.
No, my birth mom, probably 5 to 7 years ago or so, had cataract surgery, both eyes. So I was like, okay, is this a genetic thing maybe? I know, is this something to be concerned about?
Right.
Yet, or I just noticed around lights outside at night, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. My grandmother had cataract surgery. When she had it done, she came home. She said, I didn't know my house was so dirty. She couldn't see the. I said, what's new? Mine's dusty all the time anyway.
No, I just dusted the mop not too long ago, and I could see over there's dust. Nope, there's the dust over there again, eh?
Yeah.
I laughed my son's girlfriend swept and dusted the one day. And I had looked at on the shelf here. It's like, okay, she dusted the shelf, but she didn't dust the top of the DVD player or under the DVD player. So I probably reached in and dusted in that and didn't get down to look. But I don't look about the dark wood. It shows the dust.
I understand that. Anyway, but I'm at my cousin's house today. She's gone to clean the house. She cleans it once a week, but sometimes twice a week. Depends on the lady. She's 92, 93 years old, and she asked her to come early today and take her to get her hair done. And so they're out doing that. They'll be back later. We're going to make strawberry jam tonight. Her husband is a tow truck driver. He owns his own company. And yesterday they got a call about our tractor trailer turned over. And he doesn't do tractor trailers, so his friend went and got it. And his friend called him and he says, do I like some strawberries? Y'all can have all you want. So he got 12 strawberry yesterday, containers of strawberries, big ones. And he's bringing home another 12 today.
Wow.
So we're gonna make some jelly today, and she's gonna freeze some strawberries. And he said he wanted a strawberry pie. I said, well, we'll figure out a strawberry pie. Even though I don't eat strawberry pie, I'll make one. Who remembers, if you lived in the United States, the strawberry pie from Shoney's restaurant? Y'all ever have a Shoney's or ate at one?
No.
We're only about a handful left. It was Shoney's Big Boy. You look him up. It's a big old boy with black hair.
Oh, Big Boy. We had a Big Boy restaurant.
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same chain, I think. And they had this strawberry pie in there, and everybody loved it. I didn't like it. I like plain strawberries. Don't mix them in a pie. You know.
I like strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yeah.
I like strawberries on like a cheesecake.
Hey, Bella.
Hey, Gary, how are you doing?
So, yeah, but we're gonna make. I know today we're gonna do. We already got the 5 cups of strawberries in the refrigerator ready to go when she brings the cereal and the jars home. She said, "Do I need jars or can we just pour it in a bowl?" I said, "If y'all are gonna eat 5 cups, which is going to end up making about 6 cups by the time you add the sugar." I said, "If y'all gonna eat 6 cups of jelly within about a month, yeah, you can put it in a bowl." She said, "I'll get some jars." Just chillaxing.
I can hope I get some strawberries this year. I only got one flat last year, and it used to be like a flat of strawberries was 8 good sized things of berries. Now it's like just 6, and I was like, that doesn't make a lot of jam. And they weren't even
Yeah.
great berries this year by the time I got there. But
Yep. Now they just had the strawberry festival in Florida. I wish I could have went. It was last week, and a little far to go, just to go to a big. But it was a fair. You know, they had fair rides and all kind. Every food vendor had something selling with strawberries. Strawberry cake. There was even one guy selling barbecue, but he had strawberry barbecue sauce. I said it was interesting.
it would be. I make strawberry freezer jam every year, but my son and his girlfriend go through it like it's water. It's like, geez, guys. I make a little.
I've not done the freezer kind. I've always just made the kind you put in the jar.
I've always done freezer jam with my mom, but I usually have a lot. But no, berries were expensive. They didn't put money towards getting any berries last year, so I did what I could do, and I think I only got like 8 or 10 jars or about that deep, and then they go through a jar and they themselves like 4 slices of toast, and they like putting big spoonfuls. Like, usually like sparingly, guys, because it's not going to be any more jam until June or July.
Yeah, like the berries in Florida, they just started coming in about 3 weeks ago, and the ones in Georgia will start coming in into March, 1st of April. So when they're gone, they're gone, you know. And some of those you get in the store are not that great. I don't know what store these will go into. He didn't say. He just brought them home and asked Donna if she want more. And she said, "Yeah, I'll take more." So we're gonna get 12 more today. 12 more little containers, well, long containers, the rectangle containers. So one container makes about a cup, and so we did 5 containers worth last night. Got it ready to go. We food processed them and ready to go. Yeah. Oh, and Bryce and I'm gonna put the video out probably. Since I did the live today, I want the live maybe to get some more people watching it. So probably about 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight, I'll put out my live I did with, not live, but I made a video with Bryson last night. We were making cupcakes. He wanted. We went to Cracker Barrel. You know, people heard of Coca-Cola cake, and so we made ginger ale cake last night. You just take a box, more homemade, if we know what you want to do. Yellow cake mix, white cake mix. Instead of using the water it calls for, you use the ginger ale in its place.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it was good. We added a little sour cream, and we added the ginger ale, and I added more than a cup of ginger ale because it was kind of really thick. So we added, I had a 12-ounce ginger ale, and I probably added 11 ounces. And we baked them last night, and we made the icing, and I couldn't find her vanilla. I forgot to pull the vanilla out of the cabinet, and I saw lemon, so we put lemon on it in the icing with cream cheese. Oh, that was so good. And then we took some of them. Donna says, I want some strawberries on mine. So we took part of the icing after we iced half of the cupcakes and put strawberries in the other half. And so they're sitting in the kitchen to eat.
Making me hungry, and I can't have those kind of things.
Yeah. And I said, instead of calling it a ginger ale cake on the ones with strawberry, it should have been lemon strawberry cake because there is such a thing, But they were good. I'm going to eat one after we get through it alive.
I need to get more strawberries. I finished mine yesterday.
Yeah, it's a two-parter because we had to let the cupcakes cook, and I don't I don't know how to edit, so I said, we'll see you on part 2. Come back to see how the cupcakes turned out, kind of thing. So I'm gonna put out part 1 around 7, probably tonight, and then tomorrow, sometime or another, I'll put part 2 out.
That works.
Yeah. So he had a blast doing it. He wants to do YouTube. He's 10 years old. And YouTube, they want you to be 13 before you really do anything. But you see all these kids doing YouTube, but they're with their parents. And Donna's not one to want to do YouTube. So she said, when he gets older, I might let him. But she said, I didn't let any of the other kids that lived in this house do YouTube, so I'm not going to start now. But she'll let him be on mine. She just doesn't want to be on the camera at all. She wants to stay back and, not be on the camera. So,
I understand that.
Yeah.
It's like with some of my friends, like my local friends, and it's like I've been trying to be respectful and not get them in there. And then the one time I was out for brunch with my friend Brian, and I did video of the little diner because it's cute. It's got the counter with the stools and got black and white tile floor and that. And I accidentally got him in the side of it. And he goes, I don't care. So he doesn't care if he's in the video. It's like, okay. So I have a couple of videos and that I might got a bit of them in. So I was like, oh, well. I'm trying to convince him to do YouTube because he loves birds, he loves plants, flowers, all that stuff. And they've got this huge, beautiful yard. And he's done some awesome videos of, the flowers, or they're right by the lake, or stuff about the lake and stuff like that. I was like, you should do a YouTube channel, just doing shorts of and he's got a greenhouse and he plants and stuff in. I said, you could teach a lot of stuff just.
If he's already made a few videos for himself to have for memories, put those on there and you got a channel started.
I keep saying it, and he goes, yeah, I should. Yeah, I should. It's like, one of these days I'm just going to, hey, let's sit down and do this.
It doesn't take a lot of, you hear all these people I know you edit your videos. I don't edit my videos. I put them out as is, take them or leave them. I did something the other day, or it might have been the one we did last night that we're going to put up later. I said, if y'all don't like my channel and unedited videos, then move on. And so you hear a lot of people who don't edit their videos get a lot of views. People who edit their videos get a lot of views. So I guess it's just what YouTube wants to push out there at the time.
Yeah, I've got a bunch that are edited, and then I got a bunch of just shorts that I hadn't released yet. And that's all I've done this month, is I've scheduled something to release every day at noon. And then I forgot. Yeah. I forgot to on Monday. I didn't have one scheduled for my son's birthday, but oh well. And some of them get, I don't know, 20 views or 40 views, and then I got a couple that oh, 400 views. Like, why, why is that one so interesting? What's different about that one? But I just keep putting them out there.
I keep putting them out. I wonder, like the one from last night that I put out about the strawberries got 84 views. The one before that got Bryson Run. And it was just my nephew. He had put the card up at the grocery store, and he was running back to the car, and I just picked up the camera and I said, "Run, Bryson." So I put it out, and it says, "Bryson Run, 473." What's so interesting about a 10-year-old? You don't see anything but him running to the car. What's so interesting? I don't get it.
Now one thing
And then, go ahead.
I hit 400 subscribers last night. I've been going between 397, 398 for weeks, and then last night I looked at something and went 400. Of course, now it's dropped down to 399 again, but it was like, well, actually hit 400, only 100 more to go, and several hundred watch hours. I can get partially monetized.
Yay!
Getting there.
You're getting there. And I looked at mine, and I've got over 2,000, but I've hit about 135 in the last month, more people. And I'm going, what am I doing different than anybody else? I guess I'm just being myself and and I don't have a set time I put a video out. When I usually wait about 4 to 5 hours in between another video if I put 2 out in a day. And that way, but then sometimes the video I put out earlier will still get more views than the one I just put out. So you never know with YouTube.
You never know. Just whatever they decide to put out that day or push that day, it's like surprise. Oh wow.
Yeah, surprise.
Oh no, I know there was one Sharon had done from when we were in La Romana. It was a Michael Jackson impersonator just doing a little dance. And hers got like 8,000 views. And I was like, I had a longer video with that in there. So I took that clip, released it. Mine got like 4,000 views. I'm like, cool. And I was like, well, there was a Michael Jackson impersonator when I was in Cuba. So I did Michael Jackson in Cuba. It's got less than 100 views. I'm like, but the guy in Cuba was a better impersonator than the guy in La Romana, but oh well.
You never know. Yeah, I thought my videos from this weekend would get a lot. Hoffer in Helen, Georgia. That's the Hoffer restaurant. 132 views. Big Daddy's restaurant, 24 views. So you just never know.
Well, some of the ones I released too were the my oldest, their cats, when I was cat sitting in November. Well, they went to Ohio for Thanksgiving, and one of them's got, I don't know, not a whole lot of views. And then there was one, I'm playing with the little dot thing with the white cat, and all of a sudden the dark brown cat comes right out of the shadows and dashes across. And it was getting like a few views here, there, and then the next one got posted, and I went back and looked at the other one, and it's up over 400 views. I'm like, huh. No, the one that next I posted, the dark brown cat, Mochi. He gets all dramatic when he's hungry, and he's rolling around all over the floor like he's starving to death. And that one started out really slow, but all of a sudden went over a couple hundred views. I'm like, oh, everybody's put the animals out. Everybody loves the animals. I can put one out of Cali and it doesn't do much, or I can put one out of Cali and it does 1,000 views. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what you want to see about the animals, but I'll just keep putting them out there.
Yeah, that's what people, say, put the animals out. So I put my cousin's Donna deer. He passed away this past weekend.
Aw.
We don't know what happened, but I would put out videos on him, and one might get 200 views and one might get 2,000 views. So I don't know if it's a time of the day. They say if you look at your analytics, put it out that time of the day. Well, I did that for a while, and I wasn't getting anything different than when I just rotated. When I just said, okay, here's a video. You know, when I think about it, I just put another one out. I don't have a set schedule all the time. But I put one out about Boo Boo Rest in Peace, and I've only gotten like 40 something hits on it. And one of his others got over 4,000.
So I tried that with my LARP shorts because I was like, I'm not sure which one, like what time of day is getting the best hits. So I would release some at noon, and then I went release some at 3, and then some at 6 Eastern, and I was like, well, let's see. And then it's like, it really didn't make a difference. Sometimes,
yeah, I found it don't make a difference.
Sometimes the earlier ones did good, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes the later ones didn't do good, and then next thing I know, they got tons of views. I'm like, now I don't have any LARP content, and my LARP ones were doing good, so I might go back and like some old ones and make some short clips out of them or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I put out one about 2 months ago at about 1 o'clock in the morning because I wasn't thinking of what time it was, you know. And I've got 2,000 on that one. But then I put another one out another day, and I only got like 10 hits on it. I said, I don't think it really matters the time of the day. I think it's what. And I've noticed if you put out a video and you look at it and it says, like, rest in peace, dear, DEAR instead of DEER, or you spell a word wrong, they get lots of views. So I don't know. I can't go around spelling words wrong all the time. Sometimes I'm typing into Google talking, you know, to spell what I want to say, and it will spell it wrong too. Even Google makes mistakes or it doesn't hear everything you say. You know, you say, I'm going to have a good day, and it will say good day instead of have a good day. You know, that's just Google for you, or it's my accent. I don't know.
Doesn't speak Southern.
No, it doesn't speak Southern. But I can put out videos on Candy and get anywhere from 40 or 50 hits to 2,000 or 3,000 hits. It just depends on the day. So, but I won't put out another video until probably about 7, 8 tonight, you know, because I'm doing the live now and it will go out if anyone else comes back and watches it.
Yeah, I try not to put videos out when I'm going to do a live.
Yeah, I wait several hours before I put out another one every day. I say it messes up the rhythm. I don't know if it really messes up the rhythm or not. So.
Oh, I had one come out at noon.
Right.
It was from M23 where somebody was roasting marshmallows on the fire. I said something about s'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first half hour or so, it didn't have any views yet.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to video and when I get off of here and I'm going to make dinner tonight. But I got this little round, tiny little pieces of pasta about this thick and they're round with holes in them. I said, well, I could make a soup, but I think I'm going to see what she's got in there meat-wise and make some kind of pasta dish with it.
Sounds delicious.
I don't know. I know she's got a can of tomato sauce. We've been going to her cabinets, getting rid of the old. You know, everybody, you see a sale and you buy like it's four cans for so much, you know, or 3 for so much, and you think, I'm really saving money, but then you don't eat all of it. And 2 years later, you find out, oh, why didn't I cook that can of beans? You know, it's out of date. So we've been doing a little bit of that. And I do know there's some tomato sauce in there, so I think I'm gonna make some kind of pasta dish with it and put it in the oven. Whatever cheese I've got, I know I've got cheddar cheese. I don't know if there's any Parmesan in there or not, but you don't always have to have. If it calls for Parmesan and you don't have it, use whatever cheese you got. It'll be all right.
I've had Parmesan on the grocery list for weeks, waiting for them to buy some. It's like, I'm not spending all my money on groceries for everybody. They just got paid. It's time they bought some groceries.
Yeah.
They haven't this weekend.
Hey, Vanessa. Doing great.
I don't know whether I'm gonna grab some sausages out for my dinner or like another pork chop in there.
All right.
Trying to figure out what I'm gonna have for. Oh, there's bacon. There's lots of bacon, but there's only 2 eggs left. Might have to take a walk to the grocery store. I don't know if I feel like it or not.
All right. Darian put out a video this weekend from Helen of the Hoffer restaurant. They have a meat case. They said the carnivore's dream. Yeah, the carnivore's dream is okay, but it was like, if you like processed meat, which I do eat sandwiches, and that's processed sandwich meat. But if you know, Shekinsworth is a cross between a ham and a bologna kind of taste. They had that in there. They had bologna. They had sausages of all kinds. But I don't want to eat that kind of stuff all day long, every day, you know?
Well, I want to get some protein, so I was like, I had a salad for lunch because I didn't get up till after 10. So I had
Right.
salad for lunch and I've had some cheese, and I was like, well, I got to have some protein kind of sustain me so I don't get hungry through the day. But there's 2 eggs left, but there's a pound of bacon in the fridge that's not open yet. There's 2 pounds in the freezer because it was on sale at Walmart when I went out there, so I picked up 2 pounds. So there's lots of bacon.
Yeah.
I'd like some more ground beef and stuff to make taco bowls, but I'm out of that stuff. And I blew my diet out so bad on Sunday because I made shepherd's pie, which there's ketchup in my meat part of it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sugar and ketchup. And then, there's carbs in the carrots and the corn in it. And then all the mashed potatoes on top. So I took a serving with just a little bit of mashed potatoes, but more meat. But then I had made a salted caramel brownie, and I picked up a little cake because it was my youngest's birthday on Monday, and my daughter-in-law's birthday's in 2 weeks. But then she didn't come, so my youngest just got both the cake and the brownie. But I had a little piece of each, and I was like, adding up the carbs, and it's like, nope, I blew it on the carbs. I went over it. Oh well. I'll have to behave this week until.
Well, they say even when you blow it and you go back on it, sometimes it makes because you blow it and then you get back on it, you've made your weight go down a little more because what do you call it? Not offset it, but
Yeah, but I was trying to eat clean since Monday or Sunday, so.
How much have you lost?
13 pounds in about 6 weeks. So we're 6 weeks.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just I know I'm going to have plateaus. I just don't want to go up.
Yeah, I don't know what I weigh, but my clothes still fit. So I don't know if I'm still down to 170 or back up to 175 since I've been here.
And the weather's been nice a couple days, so I'll try to get out walking with the dog. We're up over 60 today, so I'll probably take him out later. I took for a walk last night after dinner.
Just be careful, don't fall again.
Took the glasses off and I wore the wrist braces. Like, I don't want to fall or this.
Yeah.
And put the it's an umbilical harness. Although he almost tripped me up last night. Where were we? Just outside here with it. He decided to cut across in front of me, and it's like he has a harness on, so I just grabbed the back of that handle on that and pulled him. It's like, no, you're not going to trip me up.
Yeah, when I was in Helen, I had Candy on the leash and I had her in the stroller. And she wanted to get down at one point, so I let her get down, but she wants to cross over me and get to the other side and walk. And I said, no, you can't do that. You're going to trip me up.
Oh,
so I put her back in the stroller.
It was coming back. Like I would love to go around this great big huge block, but on the Main Street corner up here, they have like a German Shepherd dog there, and it's out all the time, and it just runs the fence and barks at whoever's going by. And I know if to go across the front of their yard plus down the side of the yard, I would have a heck of a time controlling him, and I don't want to fight with him, so I just avoid that. I go through the back streets and come back around. But there is a house at the end of the far parking lot that has a dog, and it's been out the last couple times, and he tried to go at the fence last night, and I grabbed him and pulled him back, and I almost tripped myself up doing that. And that's like, no, I don't want it to fall again. I can't.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost, there's a little bit sore spot just in here if I push on it, and it's still stiff in the morning sometimes, but I'm feeling a lot better. There's a couple of other tender spots I can feel every so often, but it's only been a week yesterday, so. And I still got steri strips here. They haven't peeled off yet, but recovering. I just don't want to hurt myself again.
Well, at least you knew how to fix your head without having to go to the hospital.
I didn't have time that day. It's like, wait a minute. I used to work in the doctor's office, and I think in my first aid kit, I have some steri strips. Yes, I do. Well, he was just going to throw stuff out anyway, so it's like, might as well bring things home that I can keep in a first aid kit. So, steri strips are handy. A lot of times you go for stitches, they'll just put steri strips on anyway, so, or the glue, but the surgical glue, but it's like a couple little tiny steri strips across there, held it shut. It's healing. They'll peel off when they're ready. And
hey, Danny D, you know, why go to the emergency room and spend $400 or $500 when you have a $2 steri strip? You know.
well, with our healthcare here, it's covered if I go, but I could go be sitting in the emerge for 2, 3, 4 hours or more, and my cousin was coming in less than an hour for me to go with her down so she could catch her flight and bring my aunt's car back to town. It's like, I don't have time for this crap, and there's nobody else that can go with her today, so yeah, fix yourself up the best you can.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, I was doing stuff in the basement. I blew a fuse, and I went to step into the corner where the fuse box was, and something was on the floor. I sliced my foot open, just below, like just on the base of my baby toe, right
Yeah.
here on my baby toe. My cousin took me to the hospital. They took the dressing off that I threw some gauze and some tape on there till I got to the hospital. They took that off and let me sit there for 3.5, 4 hours in the waiting room. And then put me back. I waited half an hour to see the doctor. They cleaned it out. They flushed it out. Another 30 minutes before they come back to stitch it up. And he wrote me a prescription for painkillers. It's not hurting me. I'd much rather have a prescription for an antibiotic. Just be careful that it's not infected. Or like, I don't know how clean it was in the basement where I stepped. Luckily, I went to work the next day, and my boss wrote me a prescription for antibiotics, just to be on the safe side.
All right. We're doing good, Danny.
I'm good, Danny. And then instead of going back to the hospital or getting my boss to take the 2, 3 stitches out, I took them out myself. It's like, yeah, I know how to take those stitches. Tweezers, scissors, snip. 1, 2, 3, done. I think I did it at work though, because I used the scissors there. But
Yeah, and nowadays some of them put in the stitches that dissolve, and you don't have to go back. They just, over time, they just go away.
yeah, depending on, because I know my boss has done stitches in the office, and sometimes he's used the ones that dissolve, but most of the time he uses the nylon ones. So you have to come back and get the stitches out. But that way you know it's held on till it's healed properly.
Right.
Or just depending how big or whatever, sometimes he'll take every other one out or where it is located. If it's on a joint or something, I'm going to take other one out for now, and then you come back in 2 or 3 more days, and then I'll take the other ones out. And I did that when I was doing home nursing. Quite often, if a person had a knee replacement or something like that, you go to take staples out, and I'd go one day and take every other one out. And then you go back 2, 3 days later and then take the other ones just to make sure it's not going to separate.
Yeah.
How you doing, Danny? What are you up to today? I do have
Danny, you're going to have to come to Helen next year. I think it's going to be bigger and better. It's just I wish the restaurant was one big old room. Then we work for the week.
Nice.
Yeah. But Helen was wonderful. Hey, Carol, you're a little late, but that's okay. Come on in if you want.
Your weather could have been a little nicer.
Yes.
Had the rain and chilly weather, but
we got there about 10 o'clock on Thursday night. Got up the next morning and it was chilly and rainy. And but we all dealt with it. Went in to everybody did what they wanted until spaghetti ice time, and it was raining when we were eating spaghetti ice. And then we all went to play. Well, not all. Different groups, different people were putting out. I'm going to so and so restaurant, and I'm going to so and so, and so I went to Big Daddy's with all of them, and it was a nice restaurant. The next day, we all got up and did our own thing until time to go to the big dinner party. But the restaurant was a little small for 100 and something people because you couldn't get us all in one room.
I think it said that the maximum capacity of that restaurant is like 120 or something like that. And
yeah, it's 120. Yeah, chocolata. It's 120, but the thing is there was two rooms, and then another room with a bar where the bar was. And so to get us all in the same, if it had been all filled, you couldn't have heard anything from one room to the next. If they took out the glass in between the wall,
yep,
and made it just open, you could probably heard. But yeah,
well, it really blew up this year. A number of people.
he had 118 scheduled to eat dinner, ended up with 101.
It's still a lot.
That's still a lot compared to the years past when they probably had, I don't know how many they had it the third year. First year, I know they said there were 35 people, and that was just an accident. They're talking at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they all decided, some of them decided, all right, we'll meet you in Helen the next weekend, kind of thing. 35 showed up.
I was thinking 35 or 40 the one time.
Yeah. And so if it's going to continue to grow, there's going to have to be a better place for everybody to hear and, at the dinners. Yeah. And the thing is, they had an outdoor seating out at the Hoffer, but not 100 something seating. I don't know how many tables were out there, but not that many.
No.
It's going to have to be a place where everybody can hear. And this year he threw in the skits. I did a skit with Kenny. And, I went to his hotel. He had a handicap room. We went and rehearsed our skit, and it turned out pretty cool. There wasn't that many people doing skits. but you couldn't hear everybody talk even at the table I was sitting in. But it turned out okay. Just it needs to be bigger area, bigger spot.
I thought it was pretty cool though that all the Helping Hands recipients were there.
There were 3 of us, right? Me and Kenny and
You and Kenny, the Scott and Amber that Kenny came down with, and James and Cindy.
okay.
All the Helping Hands recipients so far, and you were there.
Oh, I didn't realize. There were. I knew there were 3. I didn't realize there were. The other one was there.
Kenny was on the first one, and then Scott and Amber and James and Cindy were on the one in March of last year. Because they couldn't go to Helen because they were all at on the cruise. And then you're the next one. So it was like, that was cool.
That was cool. And yeah, if y'all watched my video, I did a skit trying to sing a song, and Kenny keeps interrupting me because I'm singing. I'm leaving on a jet plane, and he asks, "Where you going?" And I start singing again. Where you going? And at the end, I finally tell Kenny, "Please let me finish my song," kind of thing. He said, "Time's up. You can't," kind of thing, because they only gave us a minute, but some went over a minute. But there wasn't that many there doing a skit that it really didn't matter.
That's cool.
Yeah. But one day I'll meet Kenny again. He's a cool guy.
I like Kenny.
And I met Farm Wife. I don't know if you know Farm Wife. She
No.
lives about 30 minutes from Helen, but it takes her a little longer than 30 minutes because the road she's on is a back goat road, and it's only 35 miles an hour going down the mountain. Yeah.
Well, I was enjoying watching some of the videos and the lives there because it's like, hey, I met that person on the cruise. I met that person on the cruise. I met that.
Yeah. And I did the live at the church service, but you probably couldn't see mine as good as you saw some of the others that made a video and putting it out. Darian's is going to get Blaine's out I think today. But
I was trying
it
to
was
watch.
fun.
I was trying to watch one of the lives at the church service, and it was kind of glitchy, and I was like, "Yeah, I haven't got the patience to watch that right now."
Well, mine did pretty good until I accidentally hit my phone, and I think it was still taping. I don't know, but you might have saw me fumbling, trying the phone being jittery, trying me to get it back up. Because I don't know what I did. But it was fun. But there wasn't about 30 or 40 people at the church service compared to 101 at the dinner. I said, I know it's not mandatory and some don't go to church, which is fine. But you would have thought there'd been a little more than what was there. But they changed the location because this place had some chairs already set out there. And it had picnic tables and with the benches you could sit on. So it gave a little more room. The hotel just had this big old, I call it a balcony, like over the water, platform over the water. Mm-hmm. And everybody you had to bring your own chair or stand. So I understood why he changed it, but
I understood a lot of people had to leave early too.
Yeah. The captain, Sharon, is that her name? She had to leave early because they had to be at the airport in Atlanta real early. I think they had to be there about 6:37, something like that. So they had to leave at 3:30 to get the hour and a half, 2 hours back down to the Atlanta airport. But it's going to be bigger and better next year. But the only thing that another thing I said that Darian didn't know about this is, I don't know if this is new for Atlanta, but they had the Atlanta travel show. What do you call it? Not show, but convention. And I would have liked to have went to that because some of the YouTubers that I see do their travels, they were there. It's a convention. What was their name? They own Daily Drop. They were there. So
Remember?
I can't think. I was just watching them earlier. Another one from there, but there were people like that there. And I said, yeah, you might have gotten some deals or freebies if you'd went, but you can't be in two places at once. So
No.
maybe I'm hoping that the Atlanta travel show will be a week earlier or a week after Helen next year. I don't know.
Hard to say.
Hard to say, but someone said, well, what are you going to get from the show? And then when I saw their video on their Daily Drop, I said, oh, okay, I get it. More, it's like they probably had Delta Airlines out there. They had Daily Drop. They had another one called what was it? Cheryl is her name. She does stuff about traveling. So it would have been fun to go to, but I can't be in two places at once.
Nope. Got to choose between one and the other. If it's the same time.
Yeah, and for now, right now, my focus is on meeting new people from the groups that I talk to. So I kind of would like to do something for my birthday if anybody wants to come and meet up, but that's a lot of work, to get people to fly in or so anyone around my area. I thought, well, maybe we can meet at Six Flags or we can meet anyone that's close enough that wants to drive in. If they want to fly in, that's fine, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
I don't know what I'm doing for mine either. Last year we had the Ontario meetup, which wasn't great. So, but we had a great weekend anyways. Me and V and Steve and her aunt stayed at this beautiful Airbnb and went and did a bunch of different things in the area.
A group of people from Ontario.
Well, it was supposed to be Ontario people. There was supposed to be some other people coming in from the States, but then different things happened and people canceled, and it was a bummer, but
Right.
I still had fun. Year before two of my friends picked me up. We went and got Subway for lunch. And then we went out to this local conservation area, and there's a really pretty waterfall there. So we hiked around there. I did some video. It's on there for my 59th birthday. This year, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday.
It's June, right?
July.
The same as mine.
My birthday buddy's going to be on a cruise, so.
Well, maybe you should just go with her.
Yeah. I don't think so. I got to save my money up for the cruise in October.
Yeah, like I said, I want to go. When I go on this first cruise, everybody's telling me you're going to want to go on another one and another one. I said, yeah, I look at the stuff I get through Facebook all the time and my emails, and they're putting out there $400, $500 cruises, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. I said, I can't take any of that until I do my first cruise. But once I start getting deals, I'm probably going to want to do more cruises.
Oh, no, I want to cruise more. It's just, that's not my budget. It's like, I'm saving for this one. And then people want me to go on the R&R one. And it's like, I can't make a commitment right now for that one.
Yeah. People want me to go on their rock and roll cruise. But it's the timing. I told Bruce this weekend, I said, I would love to go on it. He said, well, let me sign you up. I said, it's the timing. I said, I go to my daughter's house at Christmas, and my son-in-law doesn't really like me there more than a week or less. And so I said, I can't be there when we get off the cruise ship till Christmas. That would be too much. And I don't want an early Christmas with them, you know, because I won't get to see Santa Claus come for my grandson. So I said, I just got to play it by ear. And if, knock on wood, I want Candy to still be around. And it's, what am I going to do with her for 3 or 4 weeks,
Yep.
If I got brave enough and drove to Florida, yes, my daughter would watch my dog. It's just that, what do I do when I get off the ship? Because I like staying with them instead of renting a place, so I can see my grandson more. Long story short, he's not the best son-in-law in the world, and so I'd rather be, as long as he's letting me stay there, I'd rather be there than 4 or 5 miles away in a B&B or a hotel or something. I'd rather be right there.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep. I did look into getting a camper. They make these little small drivable, but I can't drive it, so why am I going to get it? But I said, if I had a camper, I could go, and me and Candy could go and have our own little place. And I'd park it in their driveway, which he probably wouldn't like, but I wouldn't be in their house under his feet. That's just a dream, I need a driving Miss Daisy. I need someone that wants to go with me, and they can drive this camper van,
Yep. I don't know. I want to go and see everybody, but the other part of me is like, that's a lot of money at that time of year.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that wants to go back to Cuba, where I was almost 5 years ago. I went to Cuba.
Right.
But it would be 5 years April 1st. And parts of me wants to go back to Cuba, and like going down for a cruise too. That's like, okay, the cruise is that much. Then there's also airfare for me to get from Canada to Florida. So I don't have a vehicle, so if I had a vehicle, I would consider driving, but don't have a vehicle, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah. And to rent one will probably cost you more than you really want to pay.
It would probably cost me more than the airfare.
Do y'all have a bus that would go from Canada down to there? There's one called the Mega Bus. I don't know where they go, if they go to Canada or not.
I don't know.
The Mega Bus for me to go from Atlanta to Orlando is only like $55, $60.
I don't even know if there's a train that runs from here to there.
I don't know if there was a Mega Bus and it wasn't that expensive. You could take the Mega Bus, but you'd be on it probably longer than you want it to be.
I don't know. I haven't made any decisions on that. I know there's another YouTuber wants me to contact them, and I'm sitting there going thinking, it's like, I hope that person's not looking for me to share a room. I can't make a commitment right now.
Yeah. I can't make a commitment either until I figure out if I can get away to Florida to get the dog to my daughter's house. Because if I don't drive that. I drive, but I don't drive. I don't like driving at night, and I don't want to drive that far. 10 hours to where my daughter lives, and then I'd get her to drive me to that air, to Port what is it, Port St. Joe's, whatever it's called, Port Canaveral. I get her to drive me there. She's an hour and a half to Port Canaveral. And it's just me getting brave enough to drive to Florida by myself with the dog. And then I might would rent something, but I really rather stay at their house than rent something. So I just gotta see how things go. So, and he's not working right now. He's trying to get on disability. He has seizures, and his doctor says, "Well, you're not sick enough to go on disability, but you have a seizure. You can't drive for 6 months. And that means my daughter has to drive him." And after 4 months of him not driving, he just got up one day and he was gone, drove himself. I said, "Get caught, you could be in trouble." That's not a Florida thing, that is a federal state thing. If you've got seizures, you're supposed to wait 6 months in
One
between
get-
seizures.
One, getting caught, or two, having a seizure at the wheel and getting in an accident
Yeah.
and hurting yourself or somebody else, or worse.
Yeah. So if he can get on disability and get money, extra money coming in, that would be all right. But he's working 2 days a week at a restaurant washing their dishes. And so far, that's working out, but it's not going to be enough for them to have the money they need in the income. My daughter's working, but if you know what a Dollar General is, I don't know how much they pay, but not enough.
Probably minimum wage.
Yeah, whatever minimum wage in Florida is, I don't know. It's just I'm going to play it by ear. If things get better between me and my son-in-law, then I would might go and stay longer. I don't know. I stay in their back bedroom, which is not very good lighting back there because they live in one of these houses where they didn't put lights over the ceiling. You use the lamp. So, but it's okay. I mean, I can't really complain. It's just that, he doesn't want me there that long. So,
It's too bad.
yeah, but it's almost 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it. We can still talk behind stage. Anybody want to come up behind stage and talk? I'll put I'll paste the chat one more time, and y'all can still come up behind stage, and we'll all talk a few more minutes. So I've got to probably about 3:30. I don't know what time my cousin will be back. She didn't say. She said she wasn't going to be gone. It was only going to be half of the time at the lady's house, but evidently it's a little bit longer than she thought. Because half of the time she should have been back by now. So,
This lady found another errand or something for her to do or something.
well, she was gonna do part of the work today and part tomorrow. But she also had to take her to the grocery store, and the lady waits in the car for her while she goes in the grocery store with her list. But she'll come out to the car and say, "All right, they didn't have this. What you want me to substitute for?" But she just doesn't have the strength to do the whole grocery store, and she doesn't want to ride in one of those handicap carts. So it takes her a little longer sometimes in the grocery store. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. We'll talk to y'all on the next one. Danny, if you want to come up behind stage, we're here. No one can see you but us. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day.